8:17. Thanks for joining us here on KARE 11 Plus. Beautiful shot of distant Minneapolis here on a 52-degree morning. Things only warming up from here. Some golf courses are even open, but get this, there's snow in the forecast. It is a weather impact alert today. We're going to get the full weekend forecast coming up in just a few minutes. We have been following breaking news, though, out of Bloomington, a fire that started just a couple of hours ago.
In the past few minutes, our crews let us know that the flames are now out. Audrey Russo is live on the scene. And Audrey, how are things looking out there now? The fire, as you said, looks like it's out.
Yeah, Jason and Alicia, the fire is out, but the impact to this area and to the crews working on this building still very much here. I want to show you what I mean. This is Lindau Lane. You can see it is still full of fire trucks and fire crews, all trying to figure out exactly what caused this building that's still under construction to have its roof go up in flames. This building is right off of 494. This is part of the SICK campus. When I spoke to the fire chief about 40 minutes ago, he said that the biggest issue was getting water up to the roof since this building's standpipe system hasn't even been built yet. Eventually, they ended up having to run lines up the aerial truck. You can see it up against the side of the building right now. It took them about an hour to get the fire contained, so about 7:15 is when everything was mostly under control. I just actually checked in with the chief a short while ago, and he tells me that there were no injuries reported in this fire. So again, they're just trying to figure out what caused it to go up in flames. Jason, Alicia.
All right, Audrey Russo reporting live. Thanks for that update. We appreciate it. Well, we're less than 2 weeks out in our KARE 11 food fight, and we could use a little more help this morning to help fight food insecurity here in Minnesota. Yeah,
we are partnering with the Salvation Army and Cub Foods to raise money and to also collect non-perishable food. So if you'd like to help, all you have to do is scan the QR code on your screen right now. You can also go to kare11.com/give11 to join a team and donate. In the last 24 hours, Team Julie got another $2,000 boost. What?
Yes.
Up to $15,000. Team Julie is rolling right now. Combined with Team Bell and Team Reggie, our community has raised more than $24,000. An amazing amount. Keep it coming. Keep the money coming in. Let's fight hunger here in Minnesota.
Love that. We're all winners here, but Team Julie is really the winner. No. Let's give you a look at the roads. Things are picking up, but not bad for Friday. Expect the commute. And every Friday I've noticed that it's nice out. People get out of work early, and I see traffic jams starting at 2, 3 o'clock. So plan accordingly. A lot of people are going to want to get out and enjoy the 70-degree, possibly record-breaking day. But with that, John, comes a weather impact alert because it's going to be switching over.
Yes, impact alert with the possum. So if you're watching the show, we've got the possum. We have Mike got an amazing photo of it. I got a video. He's out here behind me in the tree right here. You probably can't see it, but he's in that tree. And he's watching. He just wants a front row shot. So go to my I'll post it right now at, 4 minutes. Meteorologist John Ziegler. You can go find me on Facebook if you're watching. We're going to post it. Maybe we'll get in the show if we can. All right. So yesterday was a phenomenal day. It's so nice the possums are hanging out back here. 64, 61 in St. Cloud yesterday. Now today is just the beginning of what's going to be an even warmer day today. 50 in Crystal, 54 in Blaine. I'm outside. It is fantastic out here. It feels amazing. How about Alexandria, 45? I'm going to keep an eye on Alexandria's high today because whatever happens in Alexandria is going to be almost painful because you're going to go into a snowstorm potentially tomorrow. It's a small band of snow, I will say that. So if wherever it hits, it's going to hit hard, but it's only going to be a little bit. But it does look like it's Alexandria, Bemidji right now. Right now, things could change. Speaking of right now, 51 degrees. Today is the start of what is I guess it's the end of our beautiful weather and the start of active weather. Starts at 7 to 7, so 7 o'clock tonight through 7 o'clock on Saturday. Now, the impacts are all over the place. Storms, blowing snow. You need to be prepared for a 50-degree temperature drop and 40-mile-per-hour winds. We're all going to get those last two impacts, all of us. It just depends on when. So there's your day today. Enjoy it. There's that 67 degrees in Alexandria before your snowstorm. Temperatures today warming into the 70s, 73, 74. Southeast winds will be there 15 to 20 miles per hour. So the low pressure center is going to be strengthening, and you can actually see we're going to be moving in southeast winds. This high moisture from the Gulf will match up with this low right there in the central parts of the country. Missouri, Iowa, Illinois, going to get hit hard, and you can see a massive area of a moderate risk. Now the storms tonight look like more of a squall line than a horrific tornado outbreak, you really want supercells. Now, I do see a few supercells in here, but regardless, the supercells look like they're going to be towards St. Louis. Now, if a few of these interact up here near the actual warm front, there's going to be a bunch of spin-up tornadoes. So we'll be watching Des Moines and Davenport closely. That warm front, the tippy top of this, has the highest shear. Now, we will get that high shear environment. It just comes in too late. It comes in at midnight 1, which is fine by me. I don't really want a tornado outbreak. Not expected here. Now, we will have storms moving from south to north. A winter storm watch is also in effect, so from severe weather to this. I talked about Bemidji and Alexandria. That watch is in effect through Sunday. Now, the impact severe weather-wise, tornado threat is very low. I talked about it being more in Iowa. Hail threat and wind threat, while they're low, they're not very, very low. We could see some isolated hail or some isolated wind damage. Now, I'll show you the storms that I'm looking at for this. Starts at really 7, so anything before 7, keep your plans. Here comes those storms. La Crosse, Rochester, Twin Cities, St. Cloud. These storms could be strong. They will weaken as they travel north. And then here comes that transition to snow. Notice tomorrow morning in the Twin Cities, Saturday at 6 o'clock, I actually have it 50 degrees and not much more than a couple of passing showers. Now, that's because we're in the middle of the low. It's almost like the eye of the hurricane. It's quiet in the eye of a hurricane. Not on the backside, and there's going to be a snowstorm up there. Alexandria, Bemidji, during the daytime hours, we're going to be dealing with this as it really goes. Moorhead, Bemidji, Alexandria, and Ortonville. We're going to continue to see. I might need to change the batteries on this thing. That makes sense why it didn't work. Let's see if I can get one more click. Shake, shake, shake. All right, well, that's where I guess I'm going to have to wrap this one. So we're one more. Nope. All right, new batteries. All right, so we are going to not only, it worked. We'll end it next graphic here. Let me see if I can get one more graphic out of this. Nope, that's it. So 9 o'clock Saturday morning, this is where the snowstorm is going to be. I think is someone clicking for me? I don't know. Mike has helped me out. Alexandria, Bemidji, that's obviously where it goes. Keep clicking, Mike. All right, so again, there it is. That's all the graphic I want to do. You can stay here. 5 to 10 inches of snow possible in Alexandria to Bemidji. This is through Saturday. Notice the Twin Cities get 0. St. Cloud, a 1, maybe 2. If this moves at all to the east, Brainerd, your totals are going to go up. Right now, the bullseye is Bemidji and Alexandria. I do expect you guys to get quite a bit of snow. 10 inches will be a lot. I would expect 6 to 8 with isolated 10. Now, it's going to be very heavy and short-lived. Here's the amount of precip we can expect. Not as much here in the Twin Cities and Menominee. The most precip is falling in the area where it's going to be in Bemidji, areas in Alexandria, and that's going to be mainly snow. So again, we'll show you the 7-day forecast in a little bit. Mike, thank you for helping.
Welcome back. Well, today is March 14th, also known as Pi Day because 3.14, March 14th. So, what is pi again, besides delicious desserts? Well, pi is a constant in math and is found by taking the circumference of a circle, which is the perimeter here of a circle. We'll call that C, circumference, and you divide it by the diameter, which is the direct center line of a circle. So circumference divided by, are you following? Diameter. Jason, you following? Equals
I don't know what
pi.
you're talking about.
3.1419. The number goes on indefinitely. So I shouldn't be doing school math. Let's leave it up to some actual high schoolers.
3.141592658335846264338327.
He is a legend. That is Burnsville Egan Savage High School student Alec Erickson. He is trying to memorize the first 500 digits of pi, 500 of them, to beat the school's record in Mr. Chuck Crowett's math class. It's a tradition there that his students have been doing dating back 20 years. Alec explains to us how he's trying to memorize that many digits for today's competition.
Memorizing sequences of like 10 or so numbers is much easier than memorizing them one at a time. And so then basically that turns, because I'm trying to beat the school record, which is 500, that turns like memorizing 500 digits of pi until it seems more kind of like memorizing 50 sequences of numbers.
He's got it down here. So pi is a rational number. Again, it goes on forever without repeating, which makes it even more challenging. But his teacher, Mr. Crowett, believes that he can do it. If he does do it, he either gets the teacher to make him a pi, so those are examples, or he gets the choice to pie his teacher in the face.
To be young and to have a brain that actually still works.
Right? You know how long I was? Okay, Jason can attest to this. You know, we were like
Trust.
trying to figure out pi yesterday. I'm like, how do I do it again?
Yeah.
I was studying up.
Oh, yeah.
I know how to find the circumference of pi.
Okay.
Okay.
There you
2
go.
pi r is how you find the circumference. What else do we know, John?
That's a constant. You like in science, all you want is constant variables. That's why we use those things. Because every true circle, unless it's the one you circled, has a.
That was good. No,
that was good. We're gonna make them go back and forth.
Circle-like
no,
shape, I guess.
Yeah,
no. Now
no,
kids
it's
just
good.
have AI.
Nerds. That is
AI and
they-
the pi button. Like I used it all the
we
time.
had
like,
that too. Remember when they banned the smart calculators? How
calculators,
hilarious
yeah.
is that now?
Listen, I don't know nothing about no pi or 3.14. All I know is that we had a delicious pot pie, chicken pot pie this morning.
There's
Shout
a lot
out.
of
Celebrate
discounts.
Pi Day.
Shout out to Costco.
Check your local pizza shops, your pie shops. Lund's yesterday had $3.14 off a pie, which
really?
wasn't much. On their pies are
it's
like
still
$40. No, I was like, so I didn't
love
bring
you,
one.
Lund's.
Well, I do go
Hey,
to
listen,
Lund's.
you know
too.
what you're getting at Lund's? Premium
It
everything.
is,
It's
it
the best.
luxury.
It is. I mean, you ever got the prime steaks from there? I will go there every time. 73 degrees today. It's very warm. I don't want you to miss out on what's going to be a great day. Now, the winds are going to be stronger, 20 miles per hour, but not windy like Saturday afternoon. Temperatures crash during the day. We'll go from rain and storms tonight. Those storms happen after 10 o'clock for the most part. We could see a little bit of activity at around 8 or 9. I'm going to be, checking the radar, but I don't know what normal folks do, but I stare at the radar for a good 4 to 5 hours a day. So I would just check it around 6, kind of see what you're doing. Otherwise, it might come in. If it comes in at 10, you could be rolling outside hanging outside until 9 o'clock. So watch the storms coming in. And then by Sunday morning, we'll be down to 20. Brisk start to Sunday.
Yes, normal folks probably don't stare at the radar, John.
Oh.
But we appreciate you do for us, so
Oh,
we can
good.
enjoy our patios
Yes.
tonight for a certain amount of time.
You are welcome.
Well, hey, 35E at Grand Avenue. Traffic's moving along nice. It looks pretty great out there. Quiet now. Expected to be busy this afternoon as folks are trying to get home and enjoy those patios or maybe a little happy hour before the storm rolls in. No crashes to report right now.